Buenos dias and welcome to Oaxaca, Mexico. We just flew into the city last night and ever since have been absolutely marveling about how amazing the city looks. In my previous video, we were in Minneapolis, which I had mentioned that it was just a stopover, our first stop on our big 7-month trip of 2024 to 2025. So this is actually our first official destination. The big event is here in Oaxaca. We are here to see the Mexican Day of the Dead, which is only a few days away. So what I like to do when I'm in a new city is just basically get lost. So we'll just explore around, see what there is to see, kind of figure out how to navigate around the city. It looks like we're not going to need to do much public transportation. So far it seems like it's going to be pretty walkable. This beautiful cathedral here is only a 1-minute walk away from our Airbnb, so we seem to be situated very well. So we're just going to take a big long walk today and see what we can find in the central area. I'm obsessed with this cathedral. I know nothing about it. I don't even know its name. There's a service going on in there at the moment at 9:30 on a Thursday. We'll come back another time and take a look around in there. We just circled back to that cathedral that we saw earlier to go inside, and we were able to go inside, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Everything was golden. There are very active prayers going on in there, so I didn't feel super comfortable taking a load of videos. Yeah, that was incredible, and there were some really cool stained glass windows in there that I didn't really want to take a good shot of because there were so many people in the room. Beautiful church. This is exactly the type of thing I was hoping to find in Oaxaca around the Day of the Dead. So pretty. is another one of the famous cathedrals. I think this one is actually like the main one of the city. So I think we should be able to go inside of here. I think that was one of the most beautiful cathedrals I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever seen so many fresh flowers in one place?
The flowers were impressive.
The flowers are what was impressive.
I don't know if it was the most impressive cathedral by any means.
Well, just all the flowers was the most impressive part.
And even it smelled so good.
Yeah, it was so fragrant. Yeah, I love being in there just admiring all the flowers. And they were so fresh, as if it was like today that they were picked. Masterpieces. We are currently in the Zocalo, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but it's like the main city square, pedestrian area. There's a lot of people hanging out, tons of flowers, Day of the Dead decorations. It's just a really cool place to hang out. That's where the church was as well, just on the other side here. So yeah, there's a couple of restaurants. We might check one out for dinner. More stuff going on.
We were here earlier and this place was packed, like just full of stuff. I can't believe they're putting up even more.
I think the longer we hang around over the next few days, just like more and more stuff is going to be popping up.
Let's do a time lapse.
Yeah. We've been noticing under all of these flags where they come together in the middle, there's always something different. This one has sombreros. Perfect. We found a local restaurant, and we're getting some. What are we getting? We got a shared meal of tostadas, so it's gonna be great. Stop eating the condiments.
Well, you go to the US and you get some ketchup and mustard. Like, look at this.
Yeah, this is fresh. Stop doing that though. I want that for my tostadas. Reveal the tostadas. Yes. That looks great. All falling at the end. Spicy?
Gotcha.
It's been a really long day of exploring Oaxaca. Our first day, it was really exciting. I don't think I ever stopped marveling at how beautiful the city is. All of the buildings are colorful, painted. There's a ton of street art. There's so much vegetation and flowers everywhere. And then on top of that, of course, the Day of the Dead decorations are everywhere. So yeah, it's a really beautiful city. Full of history, full of great looking restaurants, so I'm sure we'll be sampling a few more of those. But it's been great. I'm absolutely loving it so far here. The people have been really patient with us not speaking Spanish, which I wasn't sure how that was going to go. Like, we speak pretty much zero Spanish at this point. We're hoping to improve that on this trip. But yeah, people have been really good with like miming to us at the restaurant, and even like them speaking a little bit of English and us speaking a little bit of Spanish. So like, yeah, that's been a nice surprise. We're gonna get a bit of an early night just because it was such a long day of walking around. But there's so much to do in the city, and we do have a whole month here, so we're hopefully going to see everything pretty thoroughly. This is not our first time to Mexico. We went to Playa del Carmen last year and made a whole bunch of videos about that. But it definitely felt at the time like it was like we were definitely in a tourist area there, a bit of in an authentic part of the country. Oaxaca feels a lot different than that. It feels authentic. It feels very cultural Mexico. We are in the center of the city for one of the biggest cultural festivals in the country. So this should be one of the most authentic experiences we can have in Mexico, I would like to think. So yeah, that's been great, but it will remain to be seen how touristy the city can get. But to sum up, I absolutely loved our first day here in Oaxaca, and I can't wait to see the rest of the city when we explore a little bit further.